it up, count it up. Ayy, hundreds and fifties and 20s, no fives and no singles, don't count on them. Ayy, she wanted like me cause her like she can count on him. She tried to be nosy and hit on my ex, she like, girl, you can count on him.
Hey, hey, we need more, tell them we need more. Putting numbers on the board, like them keep a score. Hey, 16 cars in my front yard. Hey, 30 on my wrist, what a point to God.
Big numbers, 100-minute bag, that's a big number. Big numbers, whole team counted, that's a big number. Big numbers, 100-minute bag, that's a big number. Big numbers, blue hunts, whole team counting, that's a big number.
Blow your mind.
Why you do that like that? It's a lot of money. Why are you mad like that? Ooh, I'm in my new bag, my bad. You ain't get too bad, my bad. Yeah. First of the month, I'ma run it back. Ay. Same day, why I'ma run it back. Friday, payday, run it back. Ay. Run it back, run it back, run it back. 48 yards, I run it back. Ay. I cop a car, I run it back. Go your then run it back. Run it back, run it back, run it back. Hello? That's the check calling. Let me click over real quick to let my check talk it. I eat it, ooh. I ain't never coming back to way to stress. You don't make no clap back when you backpack, my bad. But I'm past that with a NASDAQ, that's cash. When the money fall, I'ma slap that. Clap when the money go, you don't slap. That's facts. If the money low, I'ma grab from man. When it come back, I'ma give back my bad. When the check hit, the direct hit. I'm glad when the check missed the direct hit. I'm sad like, who's that knocking at my window? They say that it's the money, I'm like tenfold. Over and out. That's gon' make you up like a limbo. She said she not a, she an. Why you do that like that? It's a lot of money. Why are you mad like that? Ooh, I'm in my new bag, my bad. You ain't get too bad, my bad. Yeah. First of the month, I'ma run it back. Ay. Same day, why I'ma run it back. Friday, payday, run it back. Ay. Run it back, run it back, run it back. 48 yards, I run it back. Ay. I cop a car, I run it back. Go your then run it back. Run it back, run it back, run it back.
It's lonely on top of the throne.
First opened in 2017, there's a look at the beautiful state-of-the-art Mercedes-Benz Stadium here in Atlanta, GA. A moment ago, here was the scene, the Falcons coming out from their tunnel to the roar of all the folks here in Atlanta. We're ready for football as these Falcons get set to match up with the Jacksonville Jaguars. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
Set, 10-2 start.
They go with Leonard Fournette, third-year back from LSU. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. They'll try the right side here with Fournette. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it, that's going to be 15 yards.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Now a toss to Armstead. And a promising start as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. 10 yards there, good enough for a Jags first down.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Now Leonard Fournette. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
And now he'll tuck it and run. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. Well, apart from Kyler Murray, not too many mobile QBs in this year's rookie class, but some good scrambling there to get the first. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Takk McKinley made his way into the backfield. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. Looking to throw it. Minshew. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Takk McKinley picks up his second sack of the afternoon. Charles, a little bit of feast or famine on this drive. They moved the ball okay, but they've been sacked twice now.
And they've got to figure out how to plug that leak a little bit, right? Keep them away from the quarterback because when he's not being hit, as you mentioned, they're moving the ball well.
A loss of a yard, and it brings up fourth. And never good on a pass completion there to go the wrong way. Lost yardage.
No, for some reason it seems to work better when you throw it downfield or you move the ball downfield running it that way, doesn't it? But in this case, if you're the defensive guys, you're energized, executed well, and you caused a lost yardage play. That's going to feel good and look great in film.
So the opening drive does yield points, maybe not the 7 they wanted, but they'll take the 3.
Accumulating first downs does not go up on the scoreboard, but it does go into the DNA of a team that's trying to establish itself to start a game. That has to feel pretty good for them. They'll take the 3.
Yeah, they had 3 first downs and 3 points. Ryan will bring the Falcons up now 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Here's Ryan to throw. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. Looking for Jones, and it's intercepted. Picked by Ronnie Harrison. And he will take this all the way up past the 40-yard line. Well, you're already down on the scoreboard, and now, Charles, you go out there, very first play, throw the interception. At defense, they're going to have to bow up.
Yeah, and let's see how they handle this, because we always talk about reverting back to what you practice. When you practice these situations, it's called sudden change. You don't expect to be out there this fast, but you are. Do you go out there with poise, or do you go out there with panic? Panic will get you scored on again.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
6-6. Pull it high. Smooth.
Throwing on 2nd down now, Minshew. It's complete to Chris Conley. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 19 yards there on the catch and run.
That looked like a pretty good route combination there, because you've got to find a way to clear the guy running the drag, because when you do, you just put the ball on him and then let him run.
Yeah, he's got some space. Now Minshew on 1st and 10. Caught here by Conley. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8. A lot of running backs, a little bit of a disadvantage when you start talking MVP. Might not be the case this year. You think he's got a shot, don't you?
I do. I think he's got more than a shot. But what he's going to need here down the stretch this late in the season, he needs that big closing game, that game that we're all going to reflect on and go, oh, my goodness, did he put up a number, let's say 200 plus?
7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. A good run, got 7 on 1st. Here's 2nd and 3.
Let's make these babies cry.
This one out quickly to Westbrook. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down. This drive, it's been a good mix. 3 passing plays, 3 runs, hitting on all 3 of those passes, and the last one putting him in the red zone.
So wouldn't you think play action right here? Because you've got the ability and had the ability to run it and throw it. Go play action and take your shot at the end zone.
And Fournette trying to power his way forward, but I don't think he got there. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll bring up 4th down. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. And no signs of the field goal unit. They're going for it on 4th down. On 4th down, Minshew. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Leonard Fournette. Touchdown number 22 on the season. And the Jaguars are able to widen their lead. Point after by Lambeau, up and good. And the lead grows to 10-0. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. This will be taken very short. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. The partner just looking at some of the struggles they've had this season. The playoffs are not in their future. As they start to peer toward the offseason, what moves might they make?
I think the running back position, and I know we talk all the time about the NFL being a passing league, but the teams that run the ball effectively, they're the ones that go deep into the playoffs and go to the Super Bowl. They have to upgrade here. And you and I both know in recent years in the draft, people have shied away from taking a runner early, but there's that special one there. I'd say they go get him.
And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. Last play they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards. Off the play fake. Here's Ryan. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Yannick Ngakoue in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Ryan. Oh, it's intercepted. He was trying to get it to Ridley. Picked off at the 46. And his guys are going to take over at their own 48-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
And he's over midfield and into Falcon territory. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
A 1-yard gain there following the 3-yard pickup on 1st down.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. Minshew throwing on 3rd down. Open man is Westbrook, complete. And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains. Minshew sets to throw. He'll set up the screen to Fournette. And a penalty flag is down to the backfield as they finally bring him to the turf. And I'm not sure this is going to stand. That's on Juwan Taylor, 2nd-round pick from Florida. So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. This is Armstead on the carry. That's a gain of 11. Would have been a 1st down if not for that penalty moments ago.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before that he always told his runners, Run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
Now here's a throw right side taken in by his tight end. That catch good for 5. It's third down.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
Yeah, brought down, but not before he was able to break the tackle, and the extra effort moves the sticks. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs.
Ready?
45, Mike, 45.
Fournette, a first down carry. And he'll be brought down at about the 25 after a pickup of 4.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. 10-0 our score. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
And that ball is caught by DJ Chark for the Jags touchdown. DJ Chark, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Jaguars are able to widen their lead. They had to go to the monitor, get an extra look. That's what the technology is for. And this touchdown will count. Extra point tacked on by Lambeau. And that makes our score 17-0. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
The Falcons take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
You don't want to.
No, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing on. And the Jags get to him as down he goes. Yannick Ngakoue has now recorded 10 sacks on the season.
3 scores down, not even a halftime yet. They are not getting much generated offensively. They've got to figure it out.
It's tough because this defense just seems to be playing with so much confidence right now.
They really are. They are on their toes, and they're getting at them.
After the sack on 1st down, Ryan, he completes it to Julio Jones. And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Well, they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down. On 3rd down, Ryan looks to throw, fires right side, and that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. It's taken to the 26. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Less than 30 seconds to go in the half. Pretty good starting field position, all things considered. You'd think they definitely have time to get the field goal with. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Desmond Trufant with a sack. The corner blitz hits home. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is second and long. Now Minshew. And that'll be incomplete with 11 seconds remaining now. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. So third and long, here's Minshew. And that is intercepted by last year's NFL leader, Damontae Kazee. And a potential turning point as they'll get the football in very good field position late in this first half.
The Falcons take over first and 10 at the 42-yard line.
And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half. Final play of the half. It's Ryan. And he will be brought down as time has now run out on this first half of action. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by the linebacker, Myles Jack. Well, Charles, he's thrown 5 picks in a game before, and right now, after that one, he's standing on number 4.
And right now, your defensive coordinator is asking the offensive coordinator, can you do anything to slow this down? Because my guys have to keep running back out on the field. So play calling may come into it a little bit, maybe run the ball a little bit more, but a lot of it depends on the scoreboard. They may have to keep throwing it.
There he goes, right side. Touchdown, Jaguars. Leonard Fournette with touchdown number 23 here on the year. And the forced turnover on defense leads to 6 points. Lambo on for the extra point. And the lead is now 24.
Makes the score, Jaguars 24, Falcons nothing.
And Lambo now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
The Falcons take over first and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, wake up.
Yeah.
Let's get moving, guys.
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there at halftime, actually.
I mean, you think you might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working. They'll run it again with Smith. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Ito Smith His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Falcons get a bit closer. Well, if they're going to make a game of this in the second half, they need a few big plays to go their way. That's one.
And the way to get it done is to also conserve time. So to your point, that big play right there, now you're not moving the ball downfield, taking time off the clock. You're leaving yourself a better avenue to continue to try and make a comeback.
Bryant's extra point up and good. And that'll make it 24-7. And after the touchdown, here's Bryant now to kick it away. Fairly short kick, taken at the 14 here. And he's all the way up across the 40 and down at the 42-yard line. Great return.
Any return that gets you to midfield is a great return. 1 first down, and you're almost in field goal position.
Ready.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
A 14-yard first down pickup for the Jaguars.
First down, Jaguars.
Minshew, 1st and 10. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. He's got the first down here inside the 30. Able to make something out of nothing there. 17 yards and a first down. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down.
Big stop, let's go.
A shotgun give to Fournette. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. The Jags picking up the first down there, a gain of 12.
Down. 91.
First down, Jacksonville.
Let's go, defense.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be second down. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's a perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
And it's caught. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. DJ Chark, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Jaguars are able to widen their lead. Point after by Lambeau, up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2 minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. And he's got a man, Calvin Ridley. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Give him 19 there as the drive marches forward. Now Ryan. They'll set up the screen to Smith. He's got a first down and then some inside the 40. That's good for 28 yards.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
Now a play fake here on first down. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked by Ronnie Harrison. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the second week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. Now a nice play defensively on first down as this is knocked away and incomplete. This is Fournette. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
Mike, 55, X3, 218, chop it.
From the gun, Minshew to throw. The open man is Shark. It's complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. It's a gain of 26 as they pick up the first down in the process.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
This quarterback now, 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. 11 yards there for Jacksonville and a first down as well.
Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get him. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the first down on that run. Don't just ask for him. Show him that you're supposed to get the football.
A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a 2nd and 3.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point. Going to make that defense stand up and stop them. On second down, Armstead. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. They'll go play action here with Minshew. Flushed out right. And that one not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time has now run out on this third quarter of play. Back now in Atlanta. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. Fournette running right. Call it about a gain of 3, and they'll be looking at a 3rd and 7 coming up.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
The Jaguars on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. This is 3rd and 7.
Hey, wahoo!
Out of the gun is Minshew. The open man is Westbrook. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down to about the 21 or 22. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down. And Lambeau will put this one through, and that will extend their lead even further. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
This is taken about 7 yards deep. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part two, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. He was looking for Julio Jones, his Pro Bowl receiver, and it'll bring up third down.
59, ready. Black 25.
56. Get him. Get him. Get him.
Out of the gun, it's Ryan. Able to pick up a dozen yards, but they needed more. Fourth down.
I liked his effort there. He got it done on his own. But let's face it, he puts defenses in a really stressful spot when he takes off and runs because a lot of guys have coverage responsibilities.
Good job of rallying, though, because I thought when he first took off, he might pick up the first down.
Go. 25, go.
The Falcons will go for it. It's Ryan. It's caught. Jones. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on fourth. Ryan now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. A give to Smith out of the gun. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. From the 45 on 2nd down, Ryan. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. So the screen good for only 2. Now it's 3rd down. The Falcons on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. Ryan. And this is going to be incomplete. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
Their already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down. Here's Ryan. Eluding the pressure right. And he's going to lose a yard or 2. Taken down behind the line. Josh Allen. And the Jags take over in terrific field position.
Set. 60 outlaw.
Hey, we heavy on the edges. Heavy.
On the run, it's Fournette. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. Now Armstead. And he's going to be down at the 35. Gain of 7.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
They'll try and run for it with Fournette. And he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. And they have just about put this one on ice as they've got it here, 1st and 10. They keep it with Fournette on 1st down. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
Set. 18 Gator.
Let's go, D.
On second down, here's Fournette. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. Give him 4 on the carry there, but that only takes them back to where they started. 3rd and 10.
And it's 3rd down.
Ready, set.
Mike 55, Mike 55. Check tight end, check tight. Check tight.
Deep grip.
Here's Minshew. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. James O'Shaughnessy, his first touchdown on the year as his guys continue to pour it on. Extra point tacked on by Lambeau, and that will extend this big lead. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory, and the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week, we'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points, allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for Jacksonville, it's an important win for their playoff hopes as they hit the 10-win mark now at 10-5. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Falcons, the slide continues as they drop now to 3-12. And they'll try to get back on the beam next week as they'll head to Tampa to take on the Bucs. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.